Hey guys, Lumen02, currently drafting an M19 draft, single limb. This pack sucks. The rare is terrible. The uncommons are not great. Mirror image is fine-ish. I have half of mine just take Strangling Spores. Is there any other good black card in this pack? No. Although mirror image is probably better. I think I take Spores here. I think I'm going to take it over mirror image. Alright, Starcrown Stag is probably the best card in the pack. Skyscanner is not bad. Aviation Pioneer is a fine card. I'm going to pick up the Stag, though. White could be a possibility. I doubt it will be, but it could be. Alright, blue is decently open, I think. I'm going to pick up a Wind Mage, I think. Over what else? Gutter Snipe? Meh. It's a single limb, so, like, the modus operandi should be, like, don't try to draft white. I mean, it's just never open. I don't think I've ever seen it be open in an 8-4 / single limb. I'm sorry. Single limb. If I keep on saying 8-4, I mean single limb. Not very inspired first couple packs. I mean, Starcrown Stag's a great card. Spores is fine. Aven Wind Mage is fine. Blue tends to be open in these drafts. I don't mind playing Control in this format. I don't think it's great, but it's okay. Alright, well, there's a Siegebreaker Giant, which is a great card. Why would this still be in the pack? My past good red. Not exceedingly great red. Could just take an Omen Speaker. Well, I'm going to pick him up. I know we've jumped around a lot. Alright, well, I like Fel Spectre probably better than everything else in this pack. Spark-Tongue Dragon's a fine card. I'm going to pick this Gentleman up. Surge Bear's quite good. Is it another Wind Mage or is it Gearsmith Guardian? I think I like Wind Mage a little bit better than the Guardian. Alright, this pack doesn't really tell me much other than green's open, but green's so bad in this form. I'm just not a fan of it. I'll take a Thornhide Wolves. Alrighty, well, probably Disperse here. It's an okay card. Wall of Mist, not happy about it though. I'd much rather play Surge Mirrors than Walls of Mist. I'm going to put it in the sideboard for now. I mean, you can play it. The Snapping Drake did not come back, but I mean, it was a pretty decent card in that pack of not very great cards. Wouldn't mind wheeling a Mind Rot, probably won't. I tend to draft blue-black in this format, in the single limb queues especially. Red-white, generally in the Swiss, but I could be wrong on this. I mean, it could have been that I wanted to jump heavier into red. I mean, Siegebreaker is a good card. I mean, it's not the best. I mean, it's 5 mana, but for a 3 toughness dude that dies to Strangling Spores. And then uncommon Lightning Strike. Also can die in combat pretty easily, but it's no trifle. I mean, once you have mana, it gets pretty good. Right, there's a Dragon Egg in this pack. I'll probably just take an Axe. Alright, Walking Corpse is probably the most enticing card there for this deck. Don't really want to have to play it, but if I do, I will. I mean, this is an 8-4, so I mean, or a single lib, so you're gonna want your card quality to be pretty high, generally speaking. All right, Stitcher Supplier, fine. Interesting card. I don't think it's really playable in this format, but I don't think there's enough graveyard synergies to make it great. Now we're gonna hope to pick up some bomb support. Alright, Gearsmith, yep. Alright, Vivictus Asmati. This is a big gentleman. I don't think it's very playable, though. Dryad Greenseeker is probably the best card in this pack. I would love to play it. But sadly, it's probably the Resembling Skeleton or the Spores. I think I'm going to take Spores here. Alright, Demon of Catastrophes is pretty great for this deck. So I'm going to take that and be happy. Suspicious Bookcase would also be probably decent in this deck. That would have obviously better supported taking a Resembling Skeleton, but I couldn't have known I was going to get a Demon of Catastrophes, which goes very well with that card. And it could wheel. I mean, I doubt it will, but it's not the most highly picked card, but black has not been going exceedingly late. We are going to need some counter magic, too. I think someone else has jumped into some blue cards. Alright, Skymarch Bloodletter is pretty easily the best card here. I don't mind a Dwindle, but in Brawlbash Ogre, well, Brawlbash Ogre is probably the best card, or Druid of the Cowl is probably good. It's very good too. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Skymarch. Alright. Best card is probably between Pegasus Courser and Heroic Reinforcements. I don't mind the Doom Dissenter, though. I'm gonna pick him up. Probably just another Skymarch Bloodletter. I do like Switcheroo quite a bit, but I don't think it's exceptional in this format. It's fine, but I think just getting some flyers will make us happier. This pack has actually some very good green cards. Good green-blue card. But Abnormal Endurance is what we're going to end up taking here. Divination or Cancel? I think I want to get my first Divination before my first Cancel. I feel like Cancel can go later. Skymarch or Mind Rot? I don't think that should be much of a choice for me. I think it's just got to be a Skymarch Bloodletter. These Skymarch Bloodletters are good threes. Like, they are very strong. So the Subtle Life Swing can be quite a bit. Wouldn't say they're quite mythic uncommons, but they definitely are solid middle of the road to upper, like probably upper tier, like 70th percentile, 80th percentile cards for almost any deck you play them in. Like, they're going to be pretty good. Oh my goodness. The two best, like, I'm going to take Resembling Skeleton, but I think Dryad Greenseeker, like, we should have been green. But that's always the case, and, like, I played green yesterday, and, like, maybe it's because I just got viciously unlucky. You know, I kept a 2-lander on the draw. I didn't see a land for the first 5 turns, lost. And then drew 10 lands in a row, literally 10 lands in a row, and lost round 1. It was just miserable playing mono green. That's obviously a card that can help prevent that, but, and I probably should be in green because I'm seeing that, like, that should not go that late. But green is kind of bad in this format, I have found. This thing can't be blocked by green creatures, right? Now, I wouldn't mind picking up, like, a few removal cards. I think this is pretty easily a Macabre Waltz for, like, the control matchups, possibly even against aggro. I mean, Macabre Waltz is fine, especially if you have, like, a Demon of Catastrophes. It works pretty well with the Fel Spectre, the Skymarch Bloodletters, the Doom Dissenter it's fine with. I may even put it in the deck for now, just as a starting card. Alright, Two-Headed Zombie or Sea Serpent, Frilled Sea Serpent. I think Two-Headed Zombie, I'm just going to be happier. Brawlbash Ogre. We can kind of see some cards, you know, even though they are high quality, which I think that was a high quality card, not going early because of, I'll take a Bog Stomper, I suppose. Not going early because of their color requirements. Alright, Infectious Horror. I actually did sideboard 2 of this card in. Against against a deck that, oh, Lich's Caress. Wow, that's a good one pickup right there. Skilled Animator is also a good card, but it's too late for that, I think. I have 1 Axe. Goreclaw is good, but I'll pick up the hard removal spell. Vampire Neonate is the card I'm leaning towards. There's an Archer. I have another Abnormal Endurance. No, probably not. I'm just going to take the Neonate, I think. Ooh, Gravedigger. Cancel is also quite nice, but I think Gravedigger is great. So we're mostly a black control deck, it appears. We do have 14 critters. I mean, we're going to be, like, decently mid-rangey. Alright, let's look at this one. Plague Mirror. So I like Submerged Boneyard a lot, but I like Plague Mirror in the right matchups, like, where they flood the board with, like, Goblin Instigators. Like, Plague Mirror can just kind of, like, win you games that you probably wouldn't win if they, like, Valiant Charge them or, like, Trumpet Blast them, like, the next turn. So you just drop a Plague Mirror and win the game randomly. It's not the best card, but I do think it's probably better than, you know, the card that was in that path to cancel. It's an uncommon, so it tends to surprise folks a little more. Vampire Neonate's a card that's grown on me a lot in this format as well. Open the Graves is actually a pretty strong effect. I don't know if I'd want that. I think I will try to play that. Yeah, I'm going to try to play it. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm at 24 right now, though. So there are need to be cuts. Gearsmith Guardian is a great card. I'm generally happy to play 1. Although I only have, 3 creatures that actually make it work. So right now it's not quite getting there. I guess I could have had a blue card before, but we're already at 24 playables. I mean, we probably don't need to play the Macabre Walls if we're playing Open the Graves and we have a Gravedigger. Again, Fel Spectre or Deckhand. Deckhand's also quite a strong card. And I can see taking it here, just as a way to get pushed through damage. Whereas another Spectre. I have a lot of 4s already. I'll pick up a Deckhand. I'm going to cut the 2-headed zombie. I like this card against aggressive decks. It also works decently well with the Aperture. Alright, this pack didn't have a lot for us anyways. What's the best card in this pack? Probably Rejuvenator or Invoke. Scholar of the Stars is not really going to get there. I'm just going to pick up a 1-drop Ghoul. It could be played in some matchups, like the really controlling decks. I could just throw them in there, because I don't have counter magic in this deck, which kind of stinks. It's probably going to be one of the issues the deck has. I do have removal. Like, I have 3 pieces of removal. I also have Open the Graves to kind of try to outvalue them, or attempt to outvalue them. We have Demon of Catastrophes. Resembling Skeleton can be a combo with Open the Graves. I think Open the Graves is probably more of a red-black card. I guess if you get the Harpy, you can use the Harpy to do that. But one cancel or another Doom Dissenter. I think I'm going to be happier with my 1 cancel, just as a catch-all for stuff. This is a huge pickup right here in the land. Now, I do need to cut a card at this point. And what would it end up being from this deck? Aperture? Maybe. Probably not a Sky March. Surge Mare is going to be difficult to cast a lot of the time. Hired Blade is meh. It's fine. Again, I think I'm going to take the Diregraph Ghoul. Like, Diregraph Ghoul can just be randomly great against certain decks. Like, they have to be really controlling decks, but, you know, if there's like a deck that just, you know, has tons of 3s and 4s, I mean, it could get in for 4 damage. 4 to 6. Okay, I do kind of want to try Open the Graves. So how many flyers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I have a lot of flyers. At least Sky March below theirs too. So the Axe is pretty good, I think. Surge Mare? Do I want that? I think Surge Mare is... it's close. It does block really well. I really have a tough time cutting creatures, too, at 15 in a deck. Maybe it's Open the Graves, just not quite good enough. I mean, Open the Graves is kind of speculative. Let's be honest with ourselves. This is 6 blue sources, or correction, 7 blue sources. Yeah, I think this is good enough to play Surge Mare. I do like 1 cancel in my decks. I mean, like, if I don't have Essence Scatters, I like to have 1 cancel. It's just a good catch-all. Like, if my opponent has a bomb that I know I need to play around, I can, then play around it. Like Planeswalkers, stuff like that. It allows me to do that at a minimum. So, how is this deck going to win? Well, it's really probably going to rely on Demon of Catastrophes to do most of its winning. It may win with Axe in the air on the Skymarch Bloodletters and whatnot. It does have a little bit of random life gain. It has the Neonate. It's got the Skymarch Bloodletters. It's got the Lich's Caress. That all kind of help do that. I think we're going to win in the skies, though. I think we're kind of like a blue-black, hopefully tempo flyer deck. And we've got this guy who evades to the Departed Deckhand. Should be a fun deck to play. It's a little less controlling. I mean, I've had the best versions of this I've had like 2 murders in them and like 2 strangling spores and like 1 Lich's Caress, and then like 2 Essence Scatters, 1 cancel or something like that. Just had a lot of good counter magic and a lot of good answers to the board. This deck has some decentish answers. It's got Plague Mirror as well, which I think helps kind of answer certain board states. It's a little more specific, but it could have been more correct to take the other Doom Dissenter there because of Demon over the first cancel. I kind of like having a cancel in my decks though. Like I just think it's good to have a catch-all. Like Hieromancer's Cage. Like the reason it can be highly picked is because it just isn't answer all things. Kind of like Meteor Golem. Like 7 mana is a lot in this format, but it can't just answer all things. I think this is a keepable hand. It needs to hit lands. Unfortunately, I think I'd rather be on the draw with this hand, because it's where it's going to get hurt is on mana. If it doesn't hit mana, it's going to really struggle. I mean, it is a 17 lander, but it's limited, so anything could happen. I think we will lead on a Doom Dissenter here when we can. All right, go ahead, my friend. The Surge Mare is looking pretty embarrassing, but what can you do? Okay, Tranquil Expanse. Alright, Departed Deckhand, not my idea of a perfect draw, but not much you can do. We may just be playing a Resembling Skeleton out and eating a Humble Pie next turn, but our best draw is an Island and Skymarch Bloodletter. Okay, Daybreak Chaplain. Huh. Alright, well, I don't think putting the Resembling Skeleton down really does that much. I'm just going to hang back and act like I'm mana screwed and try to Abnormal Endurance, I suppose, and eat their dude. Chance of working, pretty low. They may not even attack into it. Okay, Gift of Paradise. Well, their mana is working. And no attack. Alright. Well, this is Magic sometimes, guys. We did keep a 2-lander, but I think it was worth it, to be honest. We've also seen 3 draw steps now and not hit a land, which is very unlucky, but what can you do? All right, Boar. All right, and Islands. I think we're just going to leave up the Abnormal Endurance here. Abnormal Endurance does trade. It gets a lot of value off of the Bristling Boar here. I mean, if they have a combat trick, that would suck, but hey, what can you do? And I really want to, if I hit my land, I really want to have a good outlet for the demon. Alright, well, that worked out a little better than expected. But we'll see. I mean, they could just plummet it here. They just play a big dude, I may just leave up Spores. If I hit land, I'm probably going to want to go... Alright, Meteor Golem blowing up my dude. Sucks. But, at least it's out of their hand. Alright, this thing, I could play out the Departed Deckhand to start getting damage in. But I can also just play this thing out and get some damages in. Okay, this thing. Well, their cards are kind of all over the place, I think. Okay, just a bunch of dudes. Need some random life. Departed Deckhand. I will trade you for your Remorseful Cleric. No attacks. Interesting. Okay, Goblin Motivator. They're playing a bunch of colors then. Alright, let's hope they kind of miss for a bit. They can blow up my graveyard if they'd like. It's fine. And we can start looting next turn. Yep. Okay, they missed. Well, their deck has a lot going on there. Do I need to change anything? Open the Graves may be fine, but they didn't really show any removal. I think I'm fine with just this. Their deck kind of seems all over the place, but I don't know. Alright, well, this is a 2-lander with not much going on. I still think I'm going to keep this. It's got a lot of power in the long game. And if it hits any land, it can play a Wind Mage. Alright, this thing, cool. Alright, go ahead. What's my best draw in deck? Probably a Doom Dissenter for next turn. But if we don't, that's fine too. They have a 2-drop as well. Alright, they're just, okay, True to the Cowl, it's not bad. Their deck's kind of all over the place from the standpoint that, like, it's playing, like, aggressive threats, and then it's playing, like, kind of ramp cards. I don't know, it could just get there because it's a slow hand. It's a very, very slow hand, and if they play, like, a good threat out, their mana's perfect, obviously. Alright, this thing, okay. That thing may need to die, actually. I didn't really see any I saw 2 enchantments. Alright, take 3. Alright, Wind Mage. If I could leave up Spores, I probably would here, just because the Satyr kind of worries me, but I will block here if they attack. Alright, Talon's annoying. They're going to get a free card off of it. Okay, we'll take. I really don't want them to land another enchantment here, but I think I'm willing to take the risk to Strangling Spores their Satyr in combat. And ideally blow up the Leonin with my other dude. I mean, they could have removal here. this up. Do you have removal, good sir? Some value there. They have a big dude. Okay, well, I can't kill that thing. Huh. I think I make the most mana efficient play and just hope they don't have anything. Said Palladium Moors. Okay, you get hit. Alright, Dragon Egg I think is fine. Alright, let's fade one draw step here. Alright, they have removal for my dude. It's cool. Alright, Talons. Okay, that's fine. They can put that on the Druid of the Cowl. Okay, Pegasus Courser is kind of annoying. Okay. I think I am going to block here because this thing's not going to get through. I'm going to win with my flyers. Alright, I really would have rather had an island there. I can't really stop that, can I? No? Okay. Yeah, I think, have to double block here. I would like to have, like, some sort of instant, but they may not attack just due to that fact. Oh, do you have a combat trick? And I need to draw a decent creature here. Probably the demon would not be good at this point, obviously, because I don't have any creatures to sack to it. Neonate would probably be one of my better draws. Swamp would not be a better draw. Alright, we might as well get in for some damage here. Yep, I can't really do much about that. I can counter that, but that's a bad thing to counter. Do I have a way to deal with the graveyard? Because these Talons actually have been pretty good this game. Alright, well, we are certainly very, very flooded out. I mean, I could put the axe on that thing, but I don't have spores. I'm not going to pretend I do. So you have to block and go to 1 and draw what? The Lich's Caress is gone. Probably isn't much I can draw here. Disperse. This still leaves me dead. I'm just going to go ahead and concede it. That sucks. That was kind of a miserable draw, though. Hit a lot of landage. Yeah, Disperse is probably good against... that would have been a great draw, actually. What else do I want in this deck? I think we're fine. So, Palladium Moors. Palladium Moors is certainly very beatable, but it's an interesting choice in cards. Alright, hand's great. Probably just going to turn to Neonate, but we'll see what we hit. F6 value. Alright, let's see if we can give him the beat down. Boar, cool. Alright, well, they should be dead next turn, unless they can deal with the departed deckhand. We are at 22 life. I mean, this is a lot of damage coming through. This is going to take something special here. They could have it, though. Alright, that's whatever. I guess they gain 2. Yep. Which is Caress game. Feels like game. Alrighty, cool guys. Well, we won our first game in this single limb. You know, I'm gonna go on a quick break, use the bathroom, take a shower, all that nonsense, get some breakfast, and I'll be right back so we can play the remaining, well, hopefully 2 games of this single limb queue. Hey guys, we're back with part 2 to this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. This is dicey though. I think we're playing against one of the point leads in the format, which may be difficult, but we'll see if we can hopefully string some stuff together. Alright, Swamp. Alright, now we really want to hit a land. Black-green spooky. Because black-green is a very solid deck if you have the best builds of it. All right, Sky March. Well, another Sky March of our own. Unfortunately, not hitting landage. Now, Vimera would be the most disastrous thing to see here. I probably just fire off a Disperse here, I think. Not on this, but on their next play. If they play nothing... Not a great use of the card. Yeah, we're getting tragically unlucky here. All right, well, go ahead, my friend. This is one of the things. I could have mulliganed it, but I have my one and only one drop in it. I think it was worth keeping. If it hits another land, it basically just kind of goes off. It has 3 castables at that point. All right, Aperture. All right, cool. To get beating this turn. They're going to play their dude out pre-combat more than likely. Yep. They don't want to trade here. Interesting. Alright, well, they probably know I have a Spores. This player's been playing this format for a while. I wouldn't mind hitting a Lynx that would allow me to go Plague Mare plus leave up Abnormal Endurance, or Sky March Bloodletter plus leave up Abnormal Endurance. They possibly have an Abnormal Endurance of their own, though. Have to keep in mind they're still on 5 cards. We kind of burned off a Disperse willy-nilly. I mean, I think we had to, just to keep tempo up, to keep any semblance of tempo in the game. Though Disperse is probably not a great card against their deck. Do they have Abnormal Endurance? That would suck. Nope, they don't. Okay. Okay, another Sky March. Rough. Alright, Delicious Caress sucks, but what can you do? We have to block here, obviously. Oh, wow, Green Seeker too? Alright, we'll just go ahead and concede it here. Yeah, we got behind too early and just couldn't keep in the game. I think that's unfortunate. I think we do have some game against their deck. But what can you do? Alright, against this style of deck, I think this card is going to be good. Marauder's Axe is probably a little less impressive. Do I want Open the Graves? Open the Graves is like an interesting card for this matchup. Put it over Disperse. Yeah, I'll try it. I'm going to keep this despite my best, my gut feeling telling me I'm going to get mana screwed. I don't think you can mulligan this. I mean, it would be nice if it had one swamp, one island. It is, again, a 2-lander on the play, but it can play a deckhand. If it draws any land in the next 2 turns, it can play a Sky March or an Even Wind Mage. The hand is pretty solid. I mean, the only card that's stone, it's going to be very slow and clunky to cast is Lich's Caress, but it is powerful. Neonate? No. Alright, well, we drew a 4-drop that is not in the colors of mana we can produce right now, so hopefully we can draw out of this. It could have been more correct to mulligan this, but I do think the hand's long game potential is there if it just hits mana. Alright, well, it hit mana. Sky March. Any land now would allow me to Neonate plus Even Wind Mage. They're going to have a Sky March Bloodletter of their own. Yep. Alright, so they have the 2-3, the Poison Tip Archer. That would be kind of a beating. It's a card you'd never really want to see. Alright, Courser's fine. Yep, get in there, you. Alright, well, maybe I'll out-tempo them here. We'll see. One more land would give me Lich's Caress. Alright, they caress that thing. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I was going to say, I think that should be enough. That was a pretty aggressive attack on their part. Alright, well. Let's rejam it. Open the Graves may be a bit too ambitious. I mean, the card... I really kind of do want to try it out. I mean, I'm probably trying to brew a little too much in the middle of a competitive play, but Disperse is possibly more correct. I mean, it's really bad in the situation I used it in the first game where I'm just mana screwed and I'm like, I just need to use this so I don't lose the game. I mean, I still lost the game, but all right, I'm going to keep this despite my better judgment. I actually like this hand against them because it has a divination. and they put me on the draw. But it could go horribly awry, because I just drew another land, which is not at all what you want to see when you keep a 5-lander. Alright, not a Green Seeker at a minimum. Alright, another land. Not even remotely what you want to see. Alright, Demon of Catastrophes. That, however, is something you don't mind seeing. But they do have the archers. Okay, Runic Armisar. Alright, no Poison Tip Archer one time. They have it. Kind of figured they would. I'm going to attack here, trade for their Poison Tip Archer, and then Macabre Walls, more than likely. They'll block, yep. Okay. What they're telling me right now is that they do have a Rapid Bite, and I'm not going to play into it. I'm going to try to play around it as much as possible because I have abnormal endurance. That could be very wrong. I could have also sacked the Aven Wind Mage to do this, but that just seems really bad to me. The Wind Mage just scales well with time. Alright, we're going to take 4 here. Okay. Rabbit Bite. Alright, this puts them very dead on the following turn. Now, if they have Lich's Caress, they could possibly evade this. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we have a lethal attack here. Play it out for lulz. Yeah, that should be a concession. Alright, got there. Woo! And Sperling, I believe, is one of the leading, or spiraling. Yeah, one of the leading players in this. That's pretty cool to get to take him down. Obviously, I mean, not every deck's gonna win. I do think green-black, in its best varieties, which his deck looked to be close to one of the better varieties of it, is actually one of the more powerful, like, mid-range strategies. It's almost like a mid-range board control deck because it has good removal, it has some decent life gain like Lich's Caress, it has some good utility. I do think that 4-drop, the 2/3 Death Touch Reacher, is one of the better uncommons in the set. It's certainly up there. Like, that card is spooky. I've gotten to play with it before and just crush in matches with it. Alright, so finals. Hopefully we can do okay. Hopefully we're not against red-white aggro and just lose horribly, or if we get our mare. Alright, this hand I don't think can be turned back. It's got perfect mana. It doesn't have really like a lot going on early. Alright, well, Surge Mare is certainly castable on 2, which is nice. It's better than dispersing or axing something. No Druid of the Cowl one time. Yep, Druid of the Cowl. I mean, what do you expect, though? It's probably going to be a very strong deck. I don't think I'm going to disperse yet. I think I'm going to save it for the late game. I could do that for just tempo right now, but I don't think 4 is going to be that much more relevant than 3. And disperse can probably buy me some late game punch through. Nothing. Well, next turn I could just leave up cancel. I probably won't. I'll probably just continue to develop my boards. If they're going to be stuck on mana, we're probably just going to win. Could also disperse their dude and play a Marauder's Axe out. I mean, if they don't draw land this turn, like this is their turn to draw land. If they don't, I think they're in a lot of trouble. Alright, they drew something they can cast at a minimum. Child of the Night, cool. I am going to Spores that because they're obviously stuck and I want them to stay stuck. If they draw land now, it's not likely they have a ton they can cast. And they can get some free life gain here. I will block. If they have a Titanic Growth, whatevs. They don't attack, okay. Okay, they have Normal Endurance. My dude, cool. Burn off a card. Alright, there are 3 colors solidly. Macabre Waltz. Why would they cast this? This must have been a mistake. Wait, they get back their dude. Their Drew to the Cowl. Okay. It's really kind of a net negative card. I mean, it's mana negative, card neutral. Use of the card. I mean, they're debating if they want to attack. I think I'm fine with that. I will easily block, and then I'll just counterattack. The thing I could do is just equip the Marauder's Axe to it, so it's not mana intensive to do. They can go back up to 14 if they'd like. Okay. Poison Tip Archer. Cool. Yep. They could out-card us here. I mean, we do need to be careful. But hopefully we're going to be able to out-tempo them. Alright. Go ahead, my friend. Okay. Gonna play this out for no value. Oh, do you have another removal spell? No. Okay. Recollect is in their deck. Alright, so they have a lot of value cards. I probably want a Macabre Waltz of my own. What don't I like in this matchup? Well, I think Cancel's still fine. Disperse is kind of medium. I think I'm going to cut it. Open the Graves, actually, I probably should have tried out in this matchup as well. Hand's fine, not exceptional. I think we lead on Island in hopes that we can Island into Surgemare. The chances of that are pretty low at this point. I mean, now I'm not going to... Obviously, if I draw an Island, I probably won't even play it. I might. just to make them think I'm mana screwed. Okay, Resembling Skeleton. Alright, so they do have some value. Nonsense going on. Doom Descender or Resembling Skeleton of my own? No. Marauder's Axe, go. Get in for 1, cool. Nothing. Fel Spectre. Okay, Lich's Caress is fine. They'll get it for 1 here. It's not a huge deal. Ooh, that's interesting. But I think I just want to get in for 2 here. Okay, a lot of manas. Dreadmaw or something? Yeah, Dreadmaw. Okay, Sky March. Okay. Drain ya. Yep, that's coming through. Sky March, cool. Okay, well, that's game then. Cool. Well, I think we got him. All right, guys. Well, cool. We got to go 3-0 in single limb. Get 2 cool little QPs and a bunch of random nonsense here. 6 packs, 150 play points. So I guess we get to play twice more. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this cool blue-black control deck. I don't think it was my best version of it, but I mean, I've been drafting a lot of demon. What is it? Whatever this demon is, Desecration Demon Part 2. So, pretty cool. Had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed watching some more blue-black control and single limb. It seems to be the deck du jour that I end up falling into in this in single limb. Just because I don't think a lot of people have faith in the control decks of the format. I think a lot of folks try to force white, which White is the best color. I'm not going to lie about that. I mean, it's straight up the best. The issue I think I have with it is that it's so overdrafted that folks are just fighting for it, and like the decks they get are like the 70th percentile builds, so like the white or the white red decks that are like still fine, but they have like some bad cards like Daybreak Chaplain and all that stuff. Whereas you can build a legitimately pretty good control deck, given some decent cards in your openers, and then just given the general course that I see the single limb or A4 leagues run. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and take care now.